What is power? Ooh, let's see what Nikki Haley and my
Bash
queen
has
had to
Nikki Haley
say.
right now to talk about what now
Thanks,
that
Fred.
Ron DeSantis has stepped out of the picture.
That's right. I am standing here with the former governor. Thank you so much. Thanks. Your reaction?
I mean, I think, look, I have said I think that Ron ran a good race. I know it's personal to get into a race. It's personal to get out of a race. He's been a good governor, and he added a lot to the campaign, and we wish him well.
Okay, when he dropped out, part of what he said was he reminded everybody that he signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee. I'll honor that pledge. He, meaning Donald Trump, has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear or repackaged form of warmed-over corporatism that Nikki Haley represents. That's tough stuff on his way out the door.
You know, and it's interesting because there's no proof to that. These fellas say this because they want people to believe it. But what's amazing to me is they think they can lie to the American people, and the American people are going to believe it. Prove it. Prove one thing that they've said. Prove the fact that Donald Trump says I want to cut Social Security or raise the age. I've never said that. Prove the fact that Donald Trump says I want to raise gas taxes. I've never said that or done that. Prove that Ron DeSantis says that I'm a corporate whatever he says I am. I've never done that. I was in South Carolina. We fought for the people every day. There's a reason that you don't see the legislature lining up behind me in South Carolina. It's because I fought to get them to vote on the record. I fought to have them do ethics reform. I vetoed $500 million worth of their pork projects. And then you see Congress.
Oh, God, that's so bad. Oh, God. She just said, I'm such a bad leader that my own legislature in my own state is against me. Stress eating off of single issue accusation? What? You think I'm stress eating? First of all, what I do with my vote is up to me. Okay? I'm eating at the same time that I eat at every day. You should know this by now. Couple things. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. That's going to come for you. Okay? You no longer want to see those ads. All you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free on the Twitch Prime. Also, beyond that, I will always be eating around this time every day. I eat at the same time every day. Yeah, no. Top politicians from from Nikki Haley's state joined Trump on stage. They are defending Trump over Nikki Haley. That actually looks really bad for her. So she has to turn around and be like, "Oh, they support Trump over me because, like, you know, I stuck it to them." That's really bad. It shows weakness. It's like around the same energy as like Ron DeSantis losing by 50 points in his own state. Anyway, but the idea that Chatter thinks I'm stress eating because of the single issue voter accusations, like, is funny to think that I would ever give a shit about that. Brother, they call me a terrorist every day. You think I give a fuck about being called a single issue voter? Are you stupid? I've been called a literal, honest to God terrorist who needs to be deplatformed by every fucking dickhead that considers themselves to be a liberal for the past week. If you think that like being called a single issue voter is going to cause stress in my life, I don't know what to tell you. That doesn't either. They've been trying to get the FBI to arrest me. Suck my dick.
The reason Congress doesn't support us is I've pushed for term limits. I've pushed for mental competency tests. I've said if they don't give us the budget on time, they don't get paid. I don't get that political elite. That's what we need to be talking about, not the corporate stuff that they're talking about. The fact that they all side together against the people is what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to fight for the people.
A lot of times, you've run in primary races before. When somebody drops out, there tends to be a breath taken and some nicer words are said. That is not the case right now with Ron DeSantis. Is that surprising to you? Is it disappointing to you? And did he call you, or at least at all inform you before he was dropping out?
No, he didn't call or inform me. And look, this is what the fellas do. The difference is I don't take politics personally. I never have. And I think that's the problem with where we are now, is you now have people who want to decide who's a good Republican, who's a bad Republican, who's a good person, who's a bad person. That's why our country is so divided. I don't judge people. I focus on policy that's going to make America stronger. I don't take politics personally. I'm not thin-skinned like Donald Trump. I think that people don't want that. They want a leader who's going to bring out the best in people and get our country going forward.
Yeah, definitely. People famously don't want like a sassy bitch who loves drama. Yeah. Here's a person who really understands the dynamic between the American population and politics. Lady who says Americans hate drama. Do you think Nikki's hot? I am not going to answer this. Yes, I'm not going to answer this at all. Yes, I do. I know I will not answer this question. It has nothing to do with her bona fides at all.
Ron DeSantis is saying that he is sticking by his pledge, which is why, and he believes that Donald Trump will be the nominee.
Dude, she's slay mother cunt. I've said it already. She's Nikki Slaley. That's mother cunt to you.
You made a pledge a long time ago, before the Republican National Committee debates even started, to support the nominee. Do you still feel that way? Are you still going to support? I mean, it's you and Donald Trump. So if it's not you, I know you hope it will be, and you're working so that it is. But if it's not, if it's Donald Trump, will you support him as the nominee still?
It's going to be me. And I know y'all want to talk about it like it's still him. 70% of Americans don't want to see a Trump-Biden rematch. But even look at that. 56,000 people voted in Iowa. Less than 2% voted in one state. We're not going to let that decide what happens in the country. We've got New Hampshire, we've got South Carolina, we've got Super Tuesday. We're going to keep on going, and we're going to fight, and we're going to win. I'm used to people underestimating me. It's always fun. But there were 14 people in this race, and now there are 2. I'm going to finish this so Joe Biden and Donald Trump are not an issue at all, that we actually put them in the past and we go forward, because our country deserves it, and Americans want it. They're tired.
As former governor of South Carolina doesn't vote, as you know, for a month. You are pledging right now to your former constituents, to your fellow South Carolinians, that you are going to stay in this race through the contest there?
Absolutely, and South Carolinians know. Media asked that we could have, and what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say.
Okay, bro. I can't believe they put an ass shot in there. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, especially crazy considering, like, Donald Trump wins on the ass race, okay? There's an arms race and then there's an ass race, okay? Donald Trump has, like, the USSR arsenal at its peak. Donald Trump has the Tsar Bomba. Okay. This shit has strong Veep vibes. Anyway. Wait, she said 2? What happened to Trump? What happened to Asa? Asa Hutchinson quit. We already read this, chatter. We already read this. We already read this. This is from 12/1/2024. It's from like 9 days ago. We read it when it first came out. Yes. All right, let's continue.
I won that state twice. They know I'm a fighter. They know I'm going to go all the way through. I'm also an accountant, so we saved a lot of our dollars to make sure we could be strong in South Carolina. We're going to be stronger in New Hampshire than we were in Iowa. We're going to be even stronger in South Carolina than we were in New Hampshire. And we're going to keep on going until we're the last woman standing.
You just did it again, and we've heard you over and over in recent weeks on the campaign trail, lumping Donald Trump and Joe Biden together. Do you believe that they are equally bad for America?
It's not even what I believe, it's what Americans believe.
What do you believe? Because you're the one who's saying that.
I worry about the fact that they are so focused on investigations and things that they don't like and focused on the past. When do you ever hear either one of them talk about the solutions of the future? I'm doing this because I don't want my kids to live like this. We have got to start looking forward. You've got a country in disarray. You've got a world on fire, and you're going to focus on people who hurt your feelings. You're going to.
Republicans are so bad. They're just so dumb. God, and so are the CNN liberals who are eating this shit up. Bro, she ain't saying nothing. She hit the iframe. Yeah. She's just yapping. Like nothing noteworthy has come out of her goddamn mouth so far. Shut up, hater. Mother is slaying. Yeah. What's the word for I don't care? I want to suck him off. What? I'm just going to drop this here. What is this? Don't scroll. Wait, really? Good call. Oh, that post that is unavailable, I think, is like, oh my God, what the fuck? Yo! What the fuck? Yo! Oh! 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 All right, we got to get back to Nikki Haley. What the fuck?
Focus on investigations that are involved with your families. You're going to focus on vengeance. With me, it's.
Bro, I clicked on it. Thank God it was not available. Thank God. I would have been banned so quickly. Twitch would have done to my channel what that person was doing to my asshole in the fucking footage. Not the footage, but the drawing, okay? That is... All right, well, you know, some things apparently could go wrong. Apparently, things I have said before, like, oh, yeah, objectifying me, like, that's fine. I grew up fat. I like it. No, it's a tweet that is a massive dildo fucking my ass, and someone drew it. And the worst part is the person who drew it is like very clearly talented. Yeah, that's the worst part, because like these fucking perverts, man, they're very good at drawing. It's just like the grossest thing I've seen. I'm gonna say you're bad on that one. They gave you bara titties. No fucking way that shit is illegal. I didn't actually look at it too much, so I have no fucking clue, and I don't want to look at it, to be honest. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. Let's just move on from it.
It's no drama. It's no vendettas. It's just hard work. And it's making sure we're not thinking 4 and 8 years. We're thinking 20 and 30 years out. That's what it should be. And we've lost that. We lost that a long time ago. But we can get it back. And I'm going to prove every day to every American that they made the right decision when I get elected.
You don't want to go there on whether or not
The person who retweeted it is wondering why you blocked them. I don't know. They probably said some shit that I misconstrued as a hater. I'm very quick to block on Twitter. Here's the thing. I have a shit ton of haters, and they're not normal at all. Like, they're a lot of my haters on Twitter are just like straight up stalkers, right? So I have a super quick trigger finger because I also have like a bunch of people that make like alt accounts. A bunch of people that make alt accounts and like reply to every single one of my replies. Like they have my fucking notifications on, you know what I mean? Why are your biggest ops divorced dads or pedos? I don't know. But yeah, the reason why I block people quickly is like if you're even remotely trolling, if I catch you liking like a bad tweet, you know, I'll clap you. Because I got no business. Block that Avdul boy guy or whatever. He's annoying. I don't know who that is. Hyper online, cyber stalking, incel, loser, fascist. Yeah, for the most part. Not saying that that guy is. I'm just simply stating that like, well, that Ragnarok guy has you on notice. I don't know what that Ragnarok guy is. But probably what ended up happening is like, probably somebody memed or something a little too close to the sun, so I blocked them. There's also that Finner guy who's being fucking annoying. Oh, wait. I think that's the guy who's a marine merchant, right? He's like lost his mind. I see his notifications sometimes. It's like there's a guy who was like a long-term community member or something, and he's just like so insanely mad at me and keeps writing about like how marine merchants are under attack by the Houthi terrorist pirates. And it's like the most unimaginable crime that I have like defended what the Houthis are doing. I haven't blocked him because it's kind of funny. Like the way he loses, the way he talks about it is like, I find it really funny because like it's the merchant marines. Like he just talks about that all the time. He's like, not the merchant marines. Like it is pretty funny. It's not even kind of funny. It's pretty funny. He just keeps saying like, when will you start thinking about the merchant marines? And I'm like, okay. I must let you know, ladies and gentlemen, as a libertarian, I only believe in maritime law. Okay? Maritime admiralty law is the only court that could take me down, brother. Merchant marine talk really doesn't like you right now. Yeah. Now it's sad because merchant marines are like some of the most woke in the in that entire group of people because like they're not fucking doing shit. Right? So they probably feel betrayed. Is that just like a boat business owner LARPing his military? I have no idea. No, it's civilian mariners, dude. It's an organization composed of United States civilian mariners and federally owned merchant vessels. Both the civilian mariners and the merchant vessels are managed by a combination of government and private sectors and engage in commerce and transportation of goods and services. The merchant marine primarily transports domestic and international cargo and passengers during peacetime and operate and maintain deep-sea merchant ships, tugboats, towboats, ferries, dredges, excursion vessels, charter boats, and waterborne craft in the ocean. Yeah. The 19th and 20th centuries, various laws fundamentally changed in the course of American merchant shipping. These laws put an end to common practices such as flogging and shanghaiing. Or crimping is a practice of kidnapping people to serve as sailors by coercive techniques such as trickery, intimidation, or violence. Murat! Lower the fucking audio, bro. Jesus Christ is loud. Anyway, yeah. Much love to all the merchant marines out there.
They're equally bad.
I mean, if either one of them was good, I wouldn't be running. Yes, they are equally bad. That's why I'm running. It's because I don't think we need to have Biden or Trump. I don't think we need to have two 80-year-olds sitting in the White House when we've basically got to make sure that we can handle the war situation that we're in. We need to know they're at the top of their game. We need to know that they can take care of our national security and our economy. Right now, I don't know that people feel like that with either one. So that's why we're giving them a choice.
What's your message to Ron DeSantis' supporters who are still out there? Let's just start in New Hampshire. He, at our latest poll this morning, he was at 6%. So we're not talking about a big slice of the electorate, but they are out there. He just endorsed Donald Trump. What's your message to them about why they should vote for you?
I think that they love America, and I think they want a new generational leader. And so I am telling them that I am that new generational leader, and I'm the conservative that can get it done. And we're going to go and make sure that we get spending under control. We're going to get our kids reading again and have transparency in the classroom. We're going to secure our border once and for all, no more excuses. We're going to bring law and order back to this country. But guess what else we're going to do? We're the only one in a general election that beats Joe Biden. Even if you look at the poll yesterday that came out in New Hampshire, general election, Trump loses to Biden by 7 points here in New Hampshire. I beat Biden. Look at every swing state. I beat Biden. I beat him by up to 17 points. This is a fact. We don't want a President Kamala Harris. That should send a chill up everybody's spine. So instead, look at the fact that we could actually win. And I think that's what Ron DeSantis' supporters want. They don't want to lose. They don't want a President Kamala Harris. And they also want a new generational leader, and we give them all of that.
Two more questions while I have you. Another thing that was really interesting in the CNN UNH poll that we had out this morning was that when people who were voting on Tuesday were asked to rank the issues that matter most, immigration was at the top of the list. Democracy and the Constitution, it was very high. What is your message about why you think, to those people who are looking at that issue, why you don't think Donald Trump...
It's funny that the Democratic Party's main organ has a stranglehold on the Democratic voters in the exact same way that Fox News does on conservatives. America's greatest issue is defending democracy. Is so funny because it's dog, cost of living is a major problem. The fact that we don't have health care is a major problem. The fact that college education is less and less affordable is a major problem. But what do the liberal voters supposedly care about? Well, whatever the fuck the television tells them. And what the television tells them is that Trump is a threat to the democratic process, which is kind of true, right? And if he comes back, orange man, he's going to take your democracy away. And these fucking idiots, in the same exact way that Republicans are like, oh my God, immigrants are coming in to rape our daughters, are motivated to say that's what they care about. I'm sorry. One channel says migrants are coming in to fuck your daughter and steal your job. The other channel says Trump is coming in to fucking steal your democracy. Okay? And one side hyper-focuses on that. The other side hyper-focuses on the other thing. Both are just silly. And what do I mean by this? Does Trump have a chance of undermining democracy? Certainly. But also, Trump already has undermined democracy, and Joe Biden didn't save it. Think about that. Joe Biden ran on making it easier for black people to vote. Okay. Did that happen? No. Republicans still run the table everywhere, dude. Joe Biden even couldn't protect against the Supreme Court decisions at the federal level. He was not aggressive at all. The point is, where is the real democratic process that is meant to be preserved in this circumstance? Where is it? Does it exist somewhere? What are the benefits of it? What are the benefits of it? And how has the Democratic Party defended said democracy? That's my point. What remains of the symbolic democracy we have, Trump will certainly take away. But I do find it rather strange that liberals are like, oh no, this is the most significant thing that we have to work on. That this is the most significant thing we care about. And it's we have it right now, right? The defender of democracy has defended it. Does it feel like everything's fine?
Is the right candidate if they care about the democracy and the Constitution.
Well, you can look at his actions and decide for yourself. But what I will tell you is we are in the live free or die state. I want it to be a live free or die country. I want to make sure that we go back to all the values and principles.
This is crazy. Like, the border immigration issue is so transparently made up.
That make our country so great. My parents raised me and said that even on our worst day, we're blessed to live in America. That's what I want to get back to. My husband's deployed right now because he still believes in this amazing experiment that is America. I want to get people to where the national self-loathing has stopped and we start being patriotic again. We start loving our country again. That's where I want to go. I don't think you get that with Donald Trump. You can hear him on any given day, on any given stage, and hear him badmouth Americans all over the place.
Liberals right now have to adopt the untenable position that Biden is so powerless to curb states taking away people's rights, but also he's going to defend and save democracy next term. That's my point. It's like, which is it? Is Biden a small bean that can't stop anything, can't stop Israel pummeling Gaza, can't stop Republicans from hurting trans people, can't stop Republicans from taking away abortion rights and bodily autonomy from women? But then also, like, but he will do that by just simply not being Trump, I guess. Where is it? The problem is, like, there are stuff that if Brandon didn't have the genocide stink on him right now, despite being old, there's literally an argument you can make that he's, like, done a relatively decent job. Okay? Because in comparison to his other, the other Democrats and other Democratic administrations, he has been more progressive. It's true. Don't say no, Biden hasn't. It's literally true. It's just, it doesn't meet the standard. It's a bad argument, but sure. No, look, if Republicans are moving the needle 5 notches on the right-wing direction, and then a Democrat moves it back 1 notch, then yeah, you're still 4 notches in the right-wing direction. Biden moved it 3 notches, let's say, whereas Obama had moved it 1 notch or 2 notches. That's the major difference. But under both administrations, under both the Barack Obama administration and also the Joe Biden administration, we're still furthering on our right-wing slant. We're going down. We're bouldering towards fascism. Biden's NLRB did a phenomenal job so far. Do you have specific examples? Yes. He went to the UAW picket line. That's massive. UAW and many other unions under his regime were able to get pretty solid benefits, pretty solid improvements to their salaries. They got decent contracts. Biden's NLRB started punishing small businesses. Okay? Biden's IRA is a decent, like the proposal that he put forward, legislation that he put forward was pretty decent. A lot of new factories opening up in the country. UAW is working alongside the Brandon regime to unionize said factories. Okay? Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. It was a very difficult decision and liberal media shit on him for it, but he did it anyway. He did it nonetheless, and it was the right thing to do. Now, of course, after he pulled out of Afghanistan, he fucked Afghanistan by not giving the Taliban its money back because it was the now governing body. As an NLRB employee, he has not advocated for any more for our funding. We are drowning in work and there's no help in sight. Fair. That is actually really interesting that you mentioned that, but I do feel like that what can you say when someone brings up the unionization being the lowest even in the history in 2022? Um, there's not really much you can do about that front, no matter what happens. Like, just like the Supreme Court and capital owners have destroyed ease of access to unions and unionization initiatives. There's not really much you can do about that. But ultimately, he also cracked down on rail workers. Seems like he's only pro-union when it doesn't impact them directly. You're wrong. Because while he publicly cracked down on the rail workers, he quietly, and I don't know why he did this quietly, and privately went to the rail contractors, like the companies, and actually forced the railroad companies to meet the demands, at least of some of the demands that the railroad workers' unions were making. Not only that, but the railroad workers' unions actually thanked Biden for going and quickly putting aside a deal for them. Not all of it, but at least some of it. And that's important. They seem to like it, but they did it quietly. Okay? The Biden administration did that quietly. I don't know why. But this is correct. The management liked it? No, that's not correct. The unions liked it. Oh, you're saying union management liked it? Yes. Union management did like it. Union management is also kind of a weird thing to say. Okay? Union leadership is democratically voted on. Oftentimes, they don't always go against the interests of the rank and file. It can happen. There's sometimes an issue, but seems to me like a lot of the railroad unions communicated that they actually had appreciated it. Now, having said that, don't recall the rank and file support it, but I don't know. So, having said that, let me explain something to you. All of that, he fucking washed aside with this Gaza shit. Okay? He washed it aside. Thank you for the World Socialist website wsws.org link. As opposition grows to sellout auto contracts, Biden and Fain hold back to work rally. That's fire. UAW Biden event shined a light on the two-front war that the U.S. ruling class is waging around the world. Fain and Biden had nothing but praise for each other, and as for the tentative agreements, which maintain the hated tier system, blocked the rollover of the part-time temporary workers, failed to make up for the decades of falling wages, and paved the way for massive job losses. Dude, this is... Listen. I got nothing to say to this other than, some of you motherfuckers on the left need to let go of the newspapers, okay? No more newspapers. I'm Pol Pot. Notice how I took my glasses off? No more glasses, no more newspapers, dude. It's done. We're done with that, okay? That's all I'm saying. I would go so far as to say Sean Fain is probably one of the most revolutionary union leaders in this fucking country. Okay? That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Maybe with the exception of like your fucking local commune or something that's led by some anarchist lady who is like super radical and only takes like doesn't even do profit sharing, literally gives you everything. Like they work the person works for like free. Oh God. Newspapers out, ice picks in. True. So is WSWS good? I don't listen. I don't read. I don't know how to read. Don't ever ask me to read. Don't ever ask me to read a socialist newspaper. Don't ever ask me to read anything ever again. Okay? I make up my mind on vibes and vibes alone. No Trotskyite newspapers. No fucking listening to some dumb nerd like, oh my God, is this actually good? I feel like this is a get back to work rally. No record shit. Okay? I don't know how to read. That's why I'm the best leftist around. I don't need to read. I don't need to learn to read. I don't need to even communicate. Just vibes. You feel me? Just vibes. Baba Vakian and his and his kin come to me and they say, hey, check out my fucking placard. Look how sick this shit is. Let's turn this goddamn, I don't know, anti-Israel rally around and make it into RevCom shit. And I'm like, what's a RevCom? Get out of my face. I don't know how to read. You look weird and gross. Please. I say, not good. Vibes, they're not good. I don't like it. Okay, you look crusty. Are you an anarchist? Why do you say you're a RevCom? I don't fuck with this at all. Not fucking with you. Sorry. Go take your fucking protests elsewhere. Okay? Take your fucking dumbass pickets and get the fuck out of this protest. I will not be reading your picket. That's me. That's how I am. So far, so good. Okay? So far, so good. Someone comes to me. They say, hey, man, what about being a patriotic MAGA communist? I say, no, I'm good. That's odd. You seem weird. You're way too invested in this. This is why Jason Unruhe is the better streamer. Jason Unruhe is the original America Deserved 9/11 Andy. Not many people know this. Okay? He's the only real leftist. I am fake. I'm a fake leftist. He's also the GOAT. Put some respect on Jason Unruhe. What is the name of this character you're doing? This is not even a fucking character. I'm just making jokes. I mean, it's not. The I don't read stuff is a joke overall, but like the people that I was dunking on are not. I'm not. I'm being serious about kind of. But yeah, no reading, no newspapers, no trots, no revcoms. We in this house. Yeah, the revcom stuff is not a joke. In this house, you know who we trust, dude? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. God damn it. Come on. It's the one group I haven't mentioned so far. Fuck. The guy that's like the freak. He's like conspiracy theorist guy. God damn it. What's his name? No, not Posadas. LaRouche. Thank you. Lyndon LaRouche. The only people we trust in this household are the LaRouchites. That's right. On God. For real. Lyndon LaRouche, my goat. That's right. Him and a Black Hammer. Those are the two guys I trust the most. My friend is a Revcom and they make the worst propaganda. You know a Revcom and you called him a friend? That's crazy. That's insane. I didn't know that like those guys ever had friends. Yeah, that's my favorite trot. LaRouche, originally a trot, then a neocon. Classic, classic ideological shift. Lyndon LaRouche was doing PCM memes before it existed, dog. Okay, that like you know how like sometimes there'll be like furry avatar like xenogender Twitter account that'll be like, here's my ideological journey, and it's like a PCM meme, a political compass meme of like boop, 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 boop. It went all over the fucking it went all over the map, and I'm just like, what happened? Like, how did you arrive at any of this? And then I don't know anything about this. I don't understand how. By the way, no disrespect to the furries. Furries are the best. Like that's literally that's Linda LaRouche. They have the funniest website, Lamau. Oh my god, I don't even want to. Announcing: follow Baba Vakian on social media on Substack, Instagram, Facebook. They love pamphlets, dude. We need and demand a whole new way to live, a fundamentally different system. I got to stop looking at this. Oh, God, please. Okay, we're done. I'm done. I can't do this. I can't. I can't. It's not just the worst. It's not just the worst layout. It's just like, listen, he's so old and gross. They're going to go after you. Yeah. Look, all I'm going to say, they're going to go after me. Okay, well. Surprised if they haven't already. Here's the thing, okay? If you've ever attended a protest, you've met a RevCom. If you ever attended a protest that's like liberal or left adjacent, you've definitely seen them. They're there. They're the crustiest looking motherfuckers. They literally look like they're steampunk, okay? There's dust on them. I don't know how they are so dusty. I don't know where because it's not like they're working, okay? It's not like they're at the job site. I don't know how the fuck they accrued so much dust when they've never worked a goddamn day in their lives. Why? Where? Okay? They look like they work in like a steampunk universe where they're like a train conductor. There's just so much dandruff, so dusty, so crusty, doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and super culty. How do you do, fellow prole? Don't forget the hat. Just like every protest turns into like a sucking Baba Vakian's dick for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's like, just if you want to be on the left and also do a Scientology style cult, RevCom might be for you. All right, let's continue.
That's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is fight to get America strong, and I don't think you have to hate people to do it.
Before I let you go, I interviewed Tim Scott, your fellow South Carolinian senator from South Carolina, this morning on State of the Union, and asked him about his decision to endorse Donald Trump and not you.
Would you rather have a RevCom son or an Anarchist daughter? Anarchist daughter.
I asked him if he gave you a heads up, and he said eventually, actually, I texted her the day before I made my announcement.
That's not true. He didn't call. He didn't text. He didn't tell me that he was going to do this. I texted him and said, look, I want to sit down and talk, because we had only spoken once. Since then, I said, I'd love to sit down and talk about an endorsement. And he said, I'm getting with my team to figure that out. And I never heard anything else again until his endorsement.
Did he, when he told me he texted the day before, did he text somebody on your team?
No, we didn't hear from him when he decided to run in this race. We didn't hear from him when he decided to get out of this race. Am I disappointed? Yes, but that's his decision to live with. We're moving on. There's two people in this race. That's what we wanted all along. We're going to keep on going.
Okay. Governor, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.